everybody, welcome back to the Brit and Yankee Pub. My name's Phil Clark, the Brit. We're open again for business, and today we have day 20 of our beer Advent calendars. And the first one we're going to have is our German Advent calendar, the Kalea Advent calendar. And it is an interesting beer today because I am told by the Kalea folks themselves that this is a whiskey Märzen, despite the fact that on the label it says Märzenbier down the bottom there. So this is going to be interesting to see whether we can detect any whiskey flavors in this Märzenbier. I am bucking the system and having my St. Bernardus Belgian beer glass. I just thought it would be a nice glass to display this beer in. So let's give this a little crack open. There we go. And a pour. Now, as we've learned from other Märzens, we should be getting a nice like copper color. This one is certainly pouring out with a delightful head. Slightly off-white, you know, mildly brown. Oh, look at that, it goes all in. I think that looks pretty darn good. I'm getting a little aroma from it already, so this could be very interesting. Have a look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? That looks good. So, let's see what the aroma's like. Oh, by the way, this is from the Hösl Brewery, H-O-S-L, I think that's how you pronounce it. Could be Hösl Brewery. A Hösl Brauhaus, I should say. And they're in a place called Mitterteich in Germany. There we go. I'm getting better with this, but oh dear. Oh, let me get some aromas first. I don't want to dive right into tasting it. Now it's died down and I'm just getting a typical Märzen malty smell. Very mild. Let's sip it and see if we can get some whiskey wood, which I'm reliably informed is what they put into this beer to give it something a little bit different. There is definitely a wood component to this flavor. Comes out nice and dry, kind of like when you have oak aged beers, they tend to be a little more dry. I thought at first I got something, and then it kind of went away into that typical Märzen flavor. But it's definitely there. Right at the beginning, as you dip into this next sip, sip into the next sip even, there is definitely a different characteristic to this that I'm finding hard to put into the whiskey wood type of arena, but I guess that's what it is. They supposedly add wood, oak wood, or it's probably spirals or something like that they add into the beer to give it a slightly different flavor, and then they obviously take it out later on. That's a typical way of getting a different type of oak flavor into your beer. I think they've succeeded with this. I'm gonna have to go back for another sip. I do like that. That is definitely the best Märzen we've had to date. I've had to wait 20 days for it. Okay, well, the Hösl Brewery, you've done a good job with your Märzen beer. I think they actually, if you go out to their website, I think they do a whiskey white, which I think must be a Weiss beer. So it sounds like it's a theme that they've got going on at the Hösl Brewery. So I'm going to give that 2 thumbs up. And in fact, if I reach over here, I've got my bell. A definite ding for that one. Alright, we'll see you in a second for day 20 of the Brit and Yankee Advent calendar, which we'll be putting out in part 2.